All right, all right, all right. Welcome to the Hot Pudge Wednesday one-on-one with your host, Pudge Fernandez. Yes, Hot Pudge Wednesday, not to get confused with Hot Pudge Sunday. I made that mistake a lot. So please, with this Corona thing, I don't even know what day it is. And sometimes when I throw it up on Facebook or whatever, I'm punching up the wrong days. But yes, today is Hot Pudge Wednesday one-on-one. Not to be confused with Hot Pudge Sunday one-on-one. Doesn't matter, because each one you can see on my YouTube channel, Hot Pudge Sunday. So, boom, just the Hot Pudge Sunday on the YouTube. Go to YouTube, punch in Hot Pudge Sunday, and you'll see all the videos. All the Hot Pudge Wednesdays, Hot Pudge Sundays, the 6 feet, 6 questions, a couple of comedy clips. Everything is going to be there. But without further ado, because I don't want to be long-winded today, because I got a special guest, somebody I enjoy working with, somebody... she's one of those go-to people. When you're on the show and she's there, you know you're gonna rock out. You know you're gonna have a good time. Coming to the stage, or IG for that matter, is a very good friend, very funny, from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Miss Teresa Degaetano. Waiting for Teresa Degaetano. Did she hit the little button? Waiting for Teresa Degaetano. Oh, damn it. The intro was too fast, but she's there. I know she's there. I waved at her. She's on here. I know she was telling me she was having a few issues. I think it's her first IG live, and she didn't know how to chime in, she was like, "Don't laugh at me," and I'm like, "Well, I kind of was, but I wasn't laughing at her. I was laughing at the fact that a month ago this was my position. I don't know how any of this shit freaking worked." So it's a trial by error, a lot of freaking error. So. Believe me, this past month and a half has been one mistake after another. There she is. I got you, girl.
Oh my gosh. Hi, Pudge. So sorry. I was there, and then I had to go enable the camera and the microphone. So we're here. Ooh, how you doing? Thanks for having me.
Oh, absolutely. No, thank you for coming. And so this is your first IG Live?
Yes. This is my IT Live. Okay, good. This works. I have my thing off to the side. I painted my nails for you just now. Thanks, Pudge.
Okay. All right. Is he looking good? All the way from Pittsburgh?
Thank you. Yeah, where I go? Harrisburg. So we're not that far. Yeah, Harrisburg. Oh, my lighting. You look great. Your lighting's great. You got the jerseys in the back. Very professional.
I'm trying. I'm going down a whole new avenue. This Corona thing is just... I just changed directions, like a lot of us have. And I was joking with you on Instagram. Yeah, I didn't know half of this shit either. I didn't know how to chime in. I didn't know. I'm learning. I'm learning as I go. So it's just Corona has been an awakening, to say the least.
Okay, tell me, how has it been an awakening? Do tell.
Well, here's the thing. As a comedian, I feel like I haven't fulfilled my commitment to the craft 100%. I'm a person of a certain age, so whereas I committed to the writing, the stage, and the hustling and the grind, I kind of ignored the technology side, the social media side, the creation of content, because it wasn't my forte. I'm a person of a certain age. I'm not skilled. I don't have that under my belt. I'm a technological, I don't know, special case. I don't know. Well, I shunned it.
Success. So I'm right there with you. I don't know how to do, obviously, most things. So I feel your pain, Pudge.
Yeah, I shunned it for a long time. I was like that old guy, get off my lawn. More like, get technology away from me. Okay, get it? I swear, I don't even know. Facebook was because I think one of my siblings actually did it. MySpace, I think my sister-in-law gave me MySpace. They're the ones who, like, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be on it. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. So Corona thing, I thought this would be a great time to grasp it, just grab it by the balls and just because I feel on the other end, sometime, I don't know when, September, October, when we're back on stage and everyone's back in New York, I want to be able to hit the ground running because I feel like I fell behind technologically. So I'm trying to play catch up.
That's great. Well, you're doing a great job. I feel the same way with things. I don't like Twitter, and
yeah, that's my minor. Yeah, I know.
yeah, I feel like it's so much chatter. Like it's Facebook these days is too much. Like I get on it obviously because of this and trying to stay relevant, if you will. And
yeah.
It's like you get on there and then I'm like, oh gosh, like it's just so.
It's a necessity. It's a tool. If it wasn't for comedy, I wouldn't be on social media, really, like not that much.
I agree with you. Like, if I didn't do stand-up, I don't think I would be on social media at all. And I think I would be in much better shape. Like, I'd be taking that time, maybe working out more or something, you know, like, because when you get, like, on my iPhone, I get the how many hours I've been on this week. And I'm like, oh, God, that's a lot of hours. Like,
yeah, it adds up.
Right there. Like, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's crazy. But then, again, we're comedians, so it's part of our trade.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm taking every YouTube tutorial and I'm Google. I'm trying to expand my Facebook, trying to expand the Instagram. Twitter is my weakness.
Mm-hmm.
I barely have maybe 50 people following me. I just joined TikTok. I'm going to do TikTok.
Okay, I was going to say, are you, like, is that, I haven't done TikTok, but
I'm going to.
And my crown Mia joined. Hey, Mia.
Mia's a promoter from Queens.
Man, I feel like it's like a party, and I'm like, oh, someone's at the door. Let me go get it.
It's Mia from Queens. She's a promoter. She's joining us.
I love the name Mia too. That's a really pretty name. Side note. So what TikTok dance have you done, if any?
Nothing yet. No, I subscribed. I'm in. I got my name. It's right now. It's Hot Part Sunday. I might change it to Pudge Fernandez, but I haven't done anything yet. But I have my ideas written down. It's just, it's simultaneous. I'm doing so much. I'm doing Instagram live on Sundays, on Wednesdays. I do a Facebook live on Sundays. I've been going around New York City doing 6 feet, 6 questions with various comedians. So I don't know. Yeah. I drive to them 6 feet apart with PPE, and I'll ask like 6 questions. And it's been fun because I've actually been able to hang with some comics and so I've been like I've done Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Queens, Staten Island, not yet. And so and just creating content and stuffing it into my YouTube channel. It's all about content. I just bought a laptop. It was delivered yesterday. And and now I'm going to start learning how to do video editing, audio editing. I'm going to be working, and this is all training for what I got a show in mind and a podcast.
Great.
So hopefully that'll be out maybe September, October, depending on how fast I can grasp all this other shit. So yeah, I'm tackling what I've been missing. So
that's awesome.
Yeah,
for you.
Busy, trying. Because being funny.
Yep, did the same thing with it. You're like, okay, well, I can't be on stage, and then what can I do to kind of keep myself relevant? And so I feel you. I've been doing these daily videos, so I get you.
Yes. You got to tackle it. You got to do something. Also, not for nothing, but doing these videos keeps me a little bit sharp. It kind of keeps me a little warm, just enough.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Because that's my big thing too, is like if you're not working, which a lot of us aren't, which we can't control that, but then you kind of don't really have a day-to-day purpose. Like, what am I going to do today? And, like, how can you stay creative? How can you stay, what's the word? Just
consistent.
You're like,
just consistent.
Yeah. So good for you.
Yeah. Well, you said it's like, you know about sports, baseball. It's about, you got to warm up every day. You got to be consistent. You got to hit the cage. Even if you're not starting that day, you're still taking batting practice. You're still checking.
Get those reps in.
Get those reps.
2 arm curls I did during this conversation, and we're only, where's the time? 8:10 in. So this is an iPad, so I don't even have a laptop.
Okay.
So I am a little further back than you are, Pudge. So
I'm on a $200 Android. Okay, so I don't know. We can compete to see who's further back. Okay, but I'm working on it. Like I just got a laptop. Maybe I'll upgrade to an Apple phone later this year. I don't know. It's all coming.
Android has a better camera. Hi, Asa. Asa has joined. Asa is a big positive, I want to say female positive stand-up comic supporter. So
Good.
a good way to put it, I think. So hi, Asa. Welcome. And he's very funny, too. He has a lot of good puns. And, you know,
Okay.
I like a pun. You know, hit me with the big pun. So I...
Hit me with the big pun.
I was thinking the last time I saw you was when we did a show in Queens at that bar, and this lady almost wanted to fight me, and then she turned. Do you remember that? It was like a birthday.
Rolling Greens, yeah.
Oh yeah. And then it was like everyone to buy us a drink after.
Yeah,
And I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Thank you. You know.
Yeah.
Yep. And then we all went to was it in the Bronx for Aldo had a show, and then we got Oscar.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember. Oh, God. See, Rolling Greens was good, but now you're reminding me of the. Yeah. I bombed that one. Ooh, I ate a dick. That was a big Bronx dick.
I think everybody did though. It was like people were laughing, but they were eating, and it was like a different setup for comedy. That I think is the most difficult type of comedy if people are having dinner and like they just got their food, and you're like, "Hey, I got some jokes."
Yeah. God, that was a dick. But failure, there's learning in failure. I feel there isn't a room we can't handle. We just have to learn how to adjust to that room. And that wasn't a typical stand and deliver. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't adjust accordingly. I tried to stand and deliver. It wasn't happening. So I needed to, adjust, maybe a little crowd work, maybe a little, and not so much. Yeah, I ate a dick, but I learned. So I don't know if like when I fail in a room, I want to go back. Like I have a list of failures where I bombed in certain places that I got to go back to redeem myself. I have a mental list, and that's on my list. Like, no, I'm not going to bomb again. Like I have to redeem myself. I'm not, so it's my ego.
No, but we all have that. I have that, but it's in front of certain people. Like there'll be a certain comic, like whenever they see me, like I bomb or I don't do well. And then I'm like, oh no, this time. It used to be, and I love him and we're friends, but Charles McBee, it was like 3 times in a row. I was like, oh God, like again. Like he was like, oh, joke. Okay, that was a new one. I was like, oh God, this is awful. Like, but then it's just, then you're like, then you get over the hump or whatever. But yeah, so.
Yeah, I know that feeling when certain people in a room, you want to show your best stuff. And it sucks because then you fall into the trap of always showing everyone your best stuff and you're not doing anything new. And then you're not evolving. So it's a damn if you do, damn if you don't. One of the things that's like about comedy is like, shit, I'm trying to impress everybody, but you know what I'm saying? I can't drop the A material every single fucking time. Where's the risk? And yeah, if it's not the person, it's the room, or it's always something that's fucking with your head. And you got to go through it. It's the ups and downs, but it is what it is. It's what we do. It's a craft.
Yeah, I know the craft, and I mean, I think because I host a lot and I MC a lot, and I like that. But then it's like if I have a new bit, it's sometimes you can't really work it in necessarily when you're hosting, and then then you think, oh, I really want to just do a set,
Right.
like not host. But then it's funny because audience members will come up after a show and it's very complimentary, and I like that. I know then I feel good, like, oh, I did a good job, because they're like, we liked you. Do you also do stand-up? And I'm like, what do you think that was? What do you think I just did up there? Like, and all that,
Where did I just read that? I just read that somewhere.
Was it James Mattern's thing that he put on Facebook? He put on like about hosting or like
yes. That's yes. The commish. That's where I just heard it. Yes. Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, yeah. And the thing with hosting is, what's really cool. Going back to the Bronx, like when I was producing a lot of shows several years ago. I think you did a bunch of my shows back in the day in Queens when I had the whole circuit going.
I loved it. It was so much fun.
I was hosting them, so I was sharp. And I was good. But then I wasn't getting my sets in. And I felt like, and it was weird to turn off from hosting to set. And then I stopped producing and I stopped hosting, and now I'm doing sets, but I lost that edge, that flexibility of hosting, which would have came in handy in the Bronx. You see what I'm saying? See, I lost my hosting edge. In the Bronx, I was just stand and deliver.
It's like, it really is like working out, okay? Because I keep circling back again, Pudge, to the old workout, but I have been work out more in quarantine. So like, it's like if you work one muscle group, but then you don't work the other, or like you're doing all cardio, but you don't do any weights. And then all of a sudden, well, I thought I was in shape, but I'm not. And it's the same thing, I think, doing stand-up, where if you just do one thing and then you're like, but I can't do this. Like, and I see that with certain comics, like they're very good in certain places, but then they don't know how to like bend. Oh, get out the way. So yeah.
Some comics choose that. Some comics choose never to host. I'm not a host. I don't want to host. I just want to stand and behind the microphone and just tell my jokes. I don't want to host. That's a conscious decision. That's fine. I just feel more powerful if I can flex.
Yeah.
I feel more powerful. And also there's more opportunities when you can host. I know there's been a few times like, yo, Pudge, can you host? Well, yeah, fuck yeah. Give me the stage. I need a stage, and duh. So I choose to do that. But some comics, no, they're like, no, I can't. I don't want to host. Just want to, all right, cool. That's, hey, to each his own. To each his own.
My spots is hosting. And it's like, okay, like I get up there the entire time. And also my thing was, this sounds probably against the craft, but if I'm going to be there anyway, and I want to get paid, and like a lot of times some places just only pay the host. And it's like, hey, every little bit counts. You get to a certain point where you're like, I need to be making something off of the time that I'm doing. And so, so I was like, well, I'm on time anyway. Like, well,
the host should always get paid. I mean, Jesus Christ, that's a chore. Unless
when people say like, oh, do you want to do my show? It's not paid though. And it's like a Friday night at 8. I'm like,
no.
Gotta give me something now. I've been doing this.
Unless you're a new jack, in which case you don't have the tools. So if you're hosting for free, you shouldn't get paid because you don't have all the tools. You're basically learning on the job. And you're gonna, and because I've seen those type of hosts, and okay, it's your show, you can host it, you don't have the tools, but you know what I'm saying? Fine. But if you have the tools and you have 5, 6, 7 years minimum, and absolutely, host every time, get paid, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, gee, it's a chore. Nobody wants it. I don't see how the host doesn't get paid more. And I don't see how some clubs, and I think James Matter touched on it, why isn't it held to a higher level? I feel like they just give it to anybody, and it kind of.
They at Gotham, the few times that I hosted upstairs, because a lot of times I'm downstairs, they said, the bookers, that the host is the most important person of the show.
Yes.
And I know that they really put that up there, which is really nice because, that's who you see and that's who you leave with. It's like you're
yeah.
So I like Asa wrote, hosts have material too. Yes, we do. Big girls need love too. How's your dating life going in quarantine, Pudge?
Me? I'm good. My wife is good. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Sorry, I didn't know what was going on. I'm single. Wonderful, Pudge. It's, it's fine. I laugh because I'm like, I'm going to start to I'm on my second day of teeth whiteners. Not that I necessarily needed it, but I was like, we're going to come back, blaze it, getting some highlights on Friday.
Okay.
So I was like, hey, you don't know what's going to be around the corner here.
It could. When are you coming back?
The week of July 6th.
Okay.
So it's going to be almost 4 months. I'm going crazy. It's a lot. I don't have to whisper. I'm not. But it's a lot living with your parents as a grown up. Does your mom live? Does you have family that lives near you?
Technically upstairs, but it's a long story. I've been booted from the family, but that's another story for a long podcast.
That's okay.
Remember when I just said I'm with the wife and I've been booted? So there's a correlation there.
There's a lot happening going on there. That's
yeah.
reality TV show waiting to happen. Hello, Bravo.
Uncle Pudge's Adventure. Yes. Yeah, it's been nuts. I'll tell you about it later.
I'm sorry. Much love to your wife.
Oh, thank you. I'll give you. Oh, I got it. 2019. Or I'll give
hey,
you.
Cooper's here. Hey, Coop.
It's Coop, Mr. Regal, Mr. Regal. I'll be contacting you for your spot on my IG live. Do you know Cooper is the one responsible for bringing me in?
To stand up or just?
No, bringing me in. He walked me. He took me by the hand and took me to my first mic and showed me the way.
So sweet.
Yeah.
And what mic was that?
The first time, I believe it was the one uptown. Is it Village Underground?
Oh, that's the one Cooper used to run? I'm fixing my hair. Hi, Cooper.
Upper West Side. Upper West Side. Yeah, we were working. We were working a security job at Price Waterhouse in Cooper.
Price Waterhouse Coopers. I remember this. Yes.
Yeah, I was working like the night shift. He was working the day shift. I was coming off. One of the secretaries was an actress, and so I used to talk to her about, I want to be a comedian, and she was doing acting, and I'm like, ooh, what's that like? And then she's like, Fernandez, yo, there's a comedian on the next shift, and I'm like, really? He goes, yeah, you need to meet him. And then she introduced me to Coop, and Coop was like, yeah, come on.
Well, and the rest is history.
The rest is history.
Is when we used to run our show, Girls Gone Funny, at the Underground Lounge, and that's where you did a mic. And then there was the Village Lantern, I think. Yeah. And then you did. Hold on, I remember this. What was the club on your Hot Pudge Sunday? What was the
Laugh Lounge? Laugh
Lounge. Oh, so good. And then Bar 82, and that was a good room. Is anything at that bar anymore? No. Have they?
I have no idea.
Perfect location, and then back in the day, such fun.
When we were little micers. Now we're all grown up. We're like teenagers.
I know, we're still not quite adults yet.
Well, no, but we're on the other side of comedy puberty. We've already gone through it. We're on the other side. We're like, you know what I'm saying?
And then, like, what was it? I tried to go to a mic the one time. After I stopped doing my open mic, I went to one. And I won't say where, but it was like 2.5 hours later. And I thought, are you kidding me? And the host was doing material in between. Yeah. And I was like, dude, wrap this the fuck up. I was like, wait, people still haven't gone yet. No one and he's like getting drunk. And I was getting so mad. And I was like, and he was like, well, technically, like, if you want to like send us a tape, I was like, for the open mic, you want me to send you a tape? I'll be damned. Okay, take my earrings off. No, but I was just like, no, it's crazy. But
was this on McDougal Street?
Yes, it was.
Okay, enough said. Okay.
Places have shut down, Cooper.
I've heard. No. Yes. Well, this is why I don't go to mic. I still go to mic. I don't got no problem because I'm always. To me, a mic is we're at the level where an open mic is a tool. It's and we're using it for a specific purpose because we're not, you know what I'm saying? So, but I'm picky because I don't want to go happen what you happen to you. That's why I used to go to your mic. I loved your mic. You were one of the mics that you were one of the mics I used to go to. I used to pop in once in a while because I know there was structure. You were funny. You kept everybody in the mood. I don't know. I'm a structure guy. You just had it. Boom, boom, boom. You just had it. Okay. It was positive. It was energy. It was a bucket. It was bang, bang, and people stayed because of you and you. So it was a little bit everything.
Thank you. I'm very big on the fair, and I'm very big on you start on time when, if people are there yet, if it's like a couple minutes or something, but I'm like, let's get started. Sometimes I'd start early, and people are like, I thought it started. I was like, well, we were full, so we're just going to get going.
Yeah.
Like, just because it's like time is money, and I just don't want to waste people's time because I know how it feels to sit there forever or like the 2-minute mics and all of that. You're like, well, and I would always leave there a lot of times just feeling like, that feeling where you're just like, it's just kind of like I spent my entire night doing this and it didn't feel worth it.
Yeah, it's tough. The only other mic I go to is Freddie Sheffield's 5 Spot in Brooklyn.
Freddie. So that's another show that we all did together. Was at the no, was it the VFW in out in
Brooklyn. Oh yeah, Salvation Army.
Salvation Army.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that was when I bombed, and you were fantastic. Hey, Chris Baffa. I know Chris too. You were great. Wonderful.
I don't remember you bombing.
I was inside. I was sweating a lot. There was a lot of like.
You got personal. You opened up personally. You hit them perfectly because it was you read the room, and because it was an older crowd, a very older black crowd, very church going.
Mm-hmm.
I remember you opened up with church, and you kind of segued into your. I thought that was great.
Oh, thank you. Well, that was really fun because then I had another show after that, and I think Freddie did too, and we had to get back into the city. And we had plates of food because they had a whole thing, and I was like, let's get our food. And then Freddie goes, like, we were power walking to make that train, and Freddie goes, damn girl, those thighs, they're legit. They're not just for show or something like that. And I was like, thanks, Freddie. And I was like, here we go. Because I was moving. And so it was really funny. And I was like, oh, what a day. What a day.
Yeah, we all had. Yeah, I had a show somewhere else too. I forgot. I think it was upstate or in Connecticut somewhere. I had to bounce. I remember. Yeah, we all took the food to go.
I know we did. We're like, I hate to eat and run, but thank you for having
us. Yeah, we all had the. Yeah, that was a good show. Love having you. Always love hooking up with you and getting on stage. Totally. I'm doing Rolling Greens again. You want to come back if you're. Actually, it's I've offered my services for free. Because of the COVID-19 and all these businesses and bars and restaurants shutting down, I offered them. I said, listen, I'll be happy to come back for free to help you guys drum up some business. And you guys have been good to me. And hey, and whoever wants to tag along, any other comics, and good for them. And also good for us because we're going to be rusty and we need somewhere to knock the rust off. So what better than a bar show?
That's great. Oh, I'd love to do it. Thank you. Thank you for having me in advance.
Although I did say it's free, but we are getting paid in beer and wings.
Oh, well, that's fine. I've got space for that. But that's another thing. Like all these places, like since I work at a bar, like they all have to kind of get back on their feet. And I'm a little nervous, to be honest, just to see what I'm like going back into with New York. So I don't know. So
I think we're all nervous. You know what? We can relate because you work in the bar industry, and I work as Uber driver. So I think we're almost we might like maybe half our income might come from the locals, but there's another half that comes from tourism and visitors, and we don't know where that other half is coming or not.
I know.
Even the New Yorkers. When even the New Yorkers, because we don't know how strapped people are, if they're going to be in the spending mood. If some people have been struggling, they're not going to be spending and going out like that.
I know. If they're going to feel or be scared to go out. So
and then the health. So there's health, there's money, there's the tourists, if they're coming or not. We're kind of shit.
Are we going to have to wear masks on stage?
No.
Okay, because I was wondering that, and I was like, that's one of the things around here on the news.
I can't.
When they do the news and they're doing like a live news broadcast, like I get it, you're outside, but they have the mask on, and then the mask with the microphone trying to convey it inside to your television. I'm like, can you just take the mask off? Just drop it first, say the news or whatever. But it is.
No, it doesn't work. I've already seen that because I do the 6 feet, 6 questions, and the audio's a little difficult because of the mask. Some people have been wearing thicker masks than others, and some people are not as vocal, so they're really muffled. So if I do a show, I'm not wearing a fucking mask. No, I gotta come out. I'm all in.
You're coming out. You put lipstick on. You're like, here.
Everything. I mean, I'll
have to worry about that.
I mean, I'll bring the Listerine and gargle after every set, but I'm coming out. I'm not. No, I'm not gonna do it. No, I can't do that shit. Did you do a Zoom show yet? Have you done Zoom yet? Zoom show?
Yep, I've done a couple. And
How's it feel?
well, I don't mind them. Like I kind of like
Okay.
kind of funny because like this is all I have to do. Like I'm in like a pair of drawstring shorts, very comfortable. So just put
Okay.
on top of some sort of blouse, and
Right.
it has been very nice not having to worry about your shoe situation because
Yeah.
walking to and fro and all that. So like going downstairs, getting the Zoom up is not bad at all. But then I can't look at the people when I do it. Like I have to look in the corner at myself off to the side.
Right. Okay.
I can't, like I get distracted and then I want to comment on what they're doing when they're sitting at home and I can see them. Like, yeah. So other than that, it's been great.
I had only one, and I have another one this Friday. And the first one I did, well, I came out like gangbusters, and I felt it. But then after, I don't know, a couple of jokes in, I was lost in space because I don't know if they hit or not, and I didn't know how to react. My timing goes off. I'm just kind of floating. Like, I don't know if this joke hit because I need a response. It's like, and
Did they have the sound on for people? They should have had the sound.
Yeah, they had the sound, but I was doing it off my phone. So I think there was maybe 20 people, but I was only seeing 3 or 4.
Okay.
So I'm off my phone. I couldn't see everybody.
Okay. Because
So,
like to be able to hear,
right.
you don't see them, but you can hear laughs, and then you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I think I heard some. See, I gotta hear it or see it so I can know how to bounce off of it. But after a while, I was like, oh shit. So I don't know. It's not the same as a real audience, but I don't know. I got my second one this Friday. I got invited. It's for a good cause, charity in Colorado, or something like that. Yeah. So let's see what happens. I don't know, but
Cooper wrote flip phone.
Flip phone. He's got a flip phone.
Know that you were using a flip phone.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No, I'm not using a flip phone, Cooper. It's an Android.
I miss my Razor phone. That was the best phone I think I had.
It was sleek and sexy.
It was great. It fit into my pocket. Like some of these new phones, they don't fit into the pocket. They're too big. I don't know where to put them, Well, I sound like an old woman. These new phones, they just don't fit into my pocket.
Too many features. Too many features.
I know. I don't know how to use most of the things on my phone. I'll be honest. And my parents don't have a cell phone. Like my mom has the jitterbug, but they don't have a smartphone.
Oh, wow.
So, well, this is kind of funny. So we went to visit my Nana this past weekend. And so we always stop at this place. She lives in Maryland. And so we always stop at this place, Lito's Pizza, and get this really delicious pizza. It's like thin crust square. The sauce is sweet, but like it works. It really is delicious. So I knew what we were getting. And so my dad whips out a piece of paper like this, folded in half. And he's like, okay, I need your cell phone. I wrote the number down and what we're going to get. Because he doesn't realize that on a phone, you can just go to the website, call, and I'm not going to let you use my cell phone. No, that's going to turn into a disaster. So I was like, I got it. I can call. And it's just like funny to me that they would have to write down a number. Like, yeah, because they don't realize. I ordered my mom some new vacuum bags on my iPad. This is amazing.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So long to be able to figure out how to order something. And she was like, but can it go to my address even though it's on your iPad? And I was like, oh, Mom. Like, it's just so sweet. I might have to turn that a little bit. But it's just like little things that you're like, wow.
Yeah, it's hilarious. The disconnect in age and technology. Reminds me when I was a kid. I was in charge. I was the VCR. I was in charge of the VCR because nobody in the house knew how to operate the VCR but me. I knew how to record. I knew how to play. I knew all the SPEP, but I was the VCR. Yeah. And it's funny, my son now does that. Whenever our Wi-Fi goes out, I call my son and he comes down and so my son is the technological kid of the house.
My sister is very good at it.
Yeah.
And my parents, like my mom still has like a boom box that has just the fast forward and not the rewind. And she has cassette tapes in this.
Wow.
And so She's a good dancer. She won't let me video her doing a dance. I was like, if we can get you doing the moonwalk, because she can moonwalk and do Michael Jackson, I was like, it will go viral. But she will not let me do it. And I'm like, ah. But
TikTok.
I mean, I told her, I was like, we could do a TikTok because she can really. And she's like, no. I was like, oh, she can do the whole Billie Jean from Michael Jackson.
You guys, the mother-daughter TikTok.
I know. I was like, Mom, we can't. Like at my brother's wedding years ago, like they danced to Michael Jackson. We all circled it up. It's like a thing at weddings that they do. Like, and no, I'm like, come on, Mom.
She can that could help you with your career and get you followers.
Mm-hmm.
You got to let her know.
Yeah. She's like, no, I'll just embarrass myself. I'm like, no, you won't. You're fantastic. So she loves Motown Philly. You know, Boys to Men, Motown Philly.
If you can do it at a wedding, you can do it anywhere.
Well, those were a couple Captain and Cokes that got her going. So I'm.
You know what? You know what? I realized. I think there's some people like that. Like I had my brother-in-law. He doesn't go out dancing for anything, with the exception if he's on a cruise. And when he's on a cruise ship, he goes buck wild, and he explodes.
And he's just letting it go. Yeah,
I guess so. But he doesn't dance anywhere other than a cruise ship where he lets it. I don't know. The ocean air, maybe rum and cokes. I don't know. But he says, because I've never seen him dance other than when we're on a cruise. So
is he a good dancer? Between you,
he's all right. He's all right. He can hold his own, I guess. I don't know.
That's one thing. I miss dancing. Like, I feel like New York doesn't, like, you don't really, as an adult, like, go clubbing. You know, like, I never did the club phase, really. I did the bar phase, but I never did, like, the dance.
I don't know what the current scene is. I used to be a bouncer. When I first started, and when I first started comedy, I was an open micer. I was bouncing at the time, so I remember there was a scene. I knew where all the clubs were. There was a lot of dancing, a lot of tourism, a lot of big crowds, small clubs, large clubs, bottle service everywhere. So I was a part of that. I have no idea what it is today. It just, I don't know if it still exists. I know rooftops have been the big thing within the past several years. It's a rooftop thing. But the dancing, I don't know. Yeah. And the big floors. I mean, I remember I worked in one club where it was like 600-700 people, and they're all jamming, and they're the Europeans and the house music and the techno, and if it was salsa hip hop night, oh geez, packed. Just bring a vest, because things got shady. But it was packed with people jamming. I don't know if that happens anymore.
I feel like the warehouse parties in Brooklyn.
Right.
That's not my type of music. Like, I love a good more hip hop. I love a 90s hip hop. So I would get into that. Plus, it's the best way to like drink and burn off the calories. You know, like, you're out moving around and
I've done all those nights, hip hop night, house music night. My favorite night to work as a bouncer, gay night.
Oh,
gay night.
Yeah.
Gay night was the best night to work because nothing happened. They are legitimately there to have fun, and that's all. There's never, with us, it's always issues and problems. And no, the only problem that the gay community gave us was 2 guys per stall, and we'd had to get them out. Like, come on, guys, come on, one, please, one. Oh, stop it. No, please, one. Come on, guys, stop it. That's it. Because everyone else, No, I'm just saying, how the other hip-hop night, house music, bridge and tunnel, it's all testosterone and alcohol and relationships, so.
And then you turn around and you got like a stranger. See, this is when I knew I was too old. When like someone's like grinding on you and you're like, what? Oh, nothing. Like, you're like, and you're just, it's like a random, well, that's not going to happen now. 6 feet, people, 6 feet, like back
right.
up. So.
Yeah. I wonder if there are clubs. What a 6-foot dancing rule and.
Well, that's
wow.
Like the dating thing. I was thinking about this, and I was like, it's already enough that you're trying to like find stuff out about people, but now after this, it's like, so did anyone in your family have COVID? Have you been tested? Like, how do you throw that? You have to throw that in the mix too. Like, I guess that's gonna be. I feel like COVID is gonna be the conversation till the new year. Yeah.
It's going to be the conversation. Like, what did you do and how did it affect you? And like, oh my God. And all that. So it's like, do you have any Corona material? Like yeah.
Like specifically about the virus?
Yeah, well, anything Corona related, because I feel like that's gonna, like, I actually, it just pops, it just comes out. But yeah, I do have maybe several minutes of Corona material.
Well, my whole thing is about living with my parents, so that's my whole like,
Okay.
like what happened with that, and
okay, yeah. So that's your Corona segue. Yeah, like I feel like everything's gonna be like segue from Corona into Corona, post Corona. Again, I think Corona is going to be the theme until the new year.
What was your last show before, with like on stage before Corona?
Oh, let me tell you, I think I'm worse off than all the other comedians. Everybody stopped performing in March. I stopped performing in the beginning of February, mid-February. I got sick.
Oh no!
I got Bell's palsy.
Pudge?
You know what? Yeah, my left side of my face numbed out.
Oh my gosh!
So yeah, well, I didn't broadcast it.
Okay.
You know, no, it's okay. It was weird. On a Monday, I got this weird headache in back of my ear. Wednesday, my food tasted funny, like metal, numb, odd. I was like, And then Friday, I'm driving, Ubering, and all of a sudden, my left side of my face, my eye wasn't blinking correctly. They were blinking, and then my mouth and then my not like my left, it just went numb. So the good thing is, thank God, I didn't get the droop, because sometimes the Bell palsy, the face just droops. So I didn't get the droop, but it just stopped working. So I was a little bit of like this for a while, like that, my mouth. Yeah. So yeah, panic. A stand-up comic with Bell's palsy. I don't think that works. So yeah, emergency room, CAT scan, medicine, acupuncture. I called an ex-girlfriend in Florida because I knew she had it, and she's walking me through it. And thank God, everyone said between 2, 3, 4 weeks, everything comes back. You'll be okay. So just when I came back, just when I healed, and I'm ready to just break the ice at Freddie's open mic on a Tuesday, Monday, shut down. So I never got to touch the stage. I was just about, I'm going, okay, I'm going to pop one. Okay, it's been 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I'm going to Freddie's mic, get warmed up, knock all, I got the lips, I got the mouth, and COVID-19 shutdown. So yeah, I'm colder than most.
I'm so glad you're okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy.
Oh, that's
crazy.
Scary. That's scary.
Yeah.
Wow. You had a crazy year, Pudge. My goodness. I mean, on top of everything, and then that, and then you're like, okay, like.
I'll tell you about 2019, just to tell you what this, like, within a 12-month period. Let's see, between kicked out of my family, going to eviction, wife had cancer, and when all of that got behind us and we're moving forward, she's doing great, by the way. She's good.
Oh, thank goodness.
But then I got the Bell's palsy. So it's like within this 12, 13-month period, it was just like eviction. Yeah. So it was crazy. But we're on the other side. So.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, Pudge.
Thank God. No, we're good. She's working. She's the only one working, by the way. So go figure. When she had she had thyroid cancer, so she had a couple of multiple surgeries. Obviously, she was out for most of the year, and I was the only one working. And then she got better. She got a job for Amazon. Good place to be. Okay. And then we have the shutdown, so I'm out of a job, and she's working. So she's holding me down. So.
Holding me down. Gosh, you guys have had quite the ordeal and the year. My goodness.
Yeah, it'll be in the book.
You're on the ups and ups. But whenever that time comes with a live audience on stage, you'll be ready.
Oh yeah, I'm writing everything down, all the notes. I'm going. Believe me, I'm going after a few people that happen to share my last name. But that's all I'm saying.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Is this
Oh,
Please spell it? Spell it. I got my stamp here. I thought I was like, that's great.
awesome, awesome. By the way, I can't wait to go back to Pittsburgh. I love your sandwiches.
Oh, thank you.
From
Thank you.
Monty's.
With the French fries on them.
And the coleslaw. Crunch.
I know those are very good. Those are very tasty. Yeah,
Delicious.
Asa just threw in black and gold. That's very funny. Are you missing sports now that I see the jerseys and everything? Are you?
Yeah, baseball. Baseball. Yeah, baseball. It's.
I know.
In March, when this whole shit happened and we're all on shutdown, I told my family, listen, just throw everything out of your mind. Just adapt, overcome, and don't think about anything. I said, just 2 dates. I said, September, we'll be back to normal. That's and July, we'll have baseball. Through. I was almost positive we're gonna have baseball. And so far, I don't know what's happening. So
it's happening because I feel like it keeps changing. And
I just heard that things are now they might be coming through with something because the people are getting pissed. So now they're saying, yeah, they might work something out. It's the players' union and the owners. Money. What else is new?
Yeah, trying to figure. I mean, are they gonna? Because I think they would do it without people in the stands or without.
Yeah. Initially, it'll be nobody in the stands.
But at least it's something I think for people to watch on TV. Like I realized.
Oh, absolutely.
Just with my dad, I realized like there isn't any sports because I feel like we watch a lot of murder shows, and I'm like, not again. Like I can't watch another murder show. Like it's really like there's enough going on in the world right now that's very, yeah. And then I was like, I need something to worry about.
I never realized how much of our life, like I love Law and Order. I love the original series, but I usually have a baseball game or two in between, just to break up the monotony. Now I'm just watching every episode nonstop. It's like,
or whatever they do.
That.
Even the music 48 hours. I'm like, I can't. Like, it's just, and my dad was like, you want to watch a show with us? Let's watch a show. And I'm like, I can't watch another one of your shows because it freaks me out. Like, women go missing and murdered all the time. And I'm like, this is,
I actually tried something new, or actually something I haven't done in a long time. It's working out. Reading.
Oh, I've been reading.
Me too. Me too. What are you reading? What are you reading?
So I've gone through I actually read Karen Biergreen's book. She's written a couple books. The comic Karen Biergreen.
Okay.
And it was funny. I read that one. I read a couple other ones. Read something called All the Single Ladies. And so I started reading Gloria Steinem, like one of her. Yeah. But
wow.
It was like about her travels, everything, and it was getting a little heavy, but that's fine. It just was maybe like, I'm going to take it back to the city with me. So I thought I'll read one of my mom's beach reads. It says specifically great beach read. It's a thick hardcover book. I'm like, I'm not bringing it back. It's called like the High Tide Club. Well, I'll tell you what, Pudge, it goes in between 1941 South Georgia and modern day times. There's a murder. Somebody's abusive. He raped a little girl. Like, it's awful. I was like, this is not a beach read.
That's not a beach.
I read it. I was reading some last night, and just as like, I was like, I can't like, I was up at 3 a.m. like Googling like things 1941 South Georgia, like seeing what it was like, and I was like, well, you know what? I hate our country right now. Hate it. Like it was like
that doesn't sound like the beach. It sounds like a basement read, like a dingy basement read, not a beach read.
I was like, who thought this was a good, it's great. The mystery. Once you put it down, no, it's awful. And I was like, sorry, I'm very passionate. This is because it's fresh on my mind. And I'm like, the damn book.
Yeah, I stuck with I stuck with our craft. I read Sebastian Maniscalco. I read his book. I got Al Martin's book. Did It on a Dare.
Oh, he wrote a book.
Yeah. Al Martin wrote a book. It's fun. You should definitely recommend it because it's fun. and you can read a book and you know all the characters in the book. So I'd say you know all the characters, and at least half of them you know them personally. So it's kind of fun when you read the stories and stuff. So, and that was the first two. And then right now, I'm reading a book that I actually picked up, God, like 15 years ago, before comedy, and I had it on my shelf, and I decided to pick it up again. You'll appreciate it. Vince Lombardi Jr., What It Takes to Be Number One.
Oh, okay. So like a little motivational type of
it's a leadership book.
Oh, that's a good one.
But yeah, and what better person than Vince Lombardi's son? I mean, and Vince Lombardi is, that's Vince Lombardi, Super Bowl. So I just started that the other night. So having a good time with that one. Very cool. Very cool.
That's a good. Okay, good. Well, I'm glad you're reading stuff that's inspiring and humorous. And
yeah, no killing, no dying.
Yeah, because I gotta put this book down. Not that I don't want to know what happens. I just think I can't do it. Yeah.
It's not a beach. It's not a beach read.
It's not a beach read. You know, I was like maybe some like funny dating story or something lighthearted or something, and then I was like, nope. The South, 1940s. Don't think I want to be there. Nope.
A lot of people, would agree with you. And there's probably, damn, that's. It sounds like a lot of that, what happened in that time, will tie into a lot of things that are happening today. And there's so much of that on the news. I don't need a reminder.
Yep.
I don't need, okay, I get it. I totally know. So I'm squared away. That's totally cool. So I'll just keep it light, do the comedy, more training, and just like starting to get ready for September. Are you writing? Have you been writing?
Yes, I think my little videos I do, I think a lot of them, like I'm like, what's funny today? Like there's something that was funny that happened, something that's like, and that kept me, I want to say like lighthearted, finding like a humor in every day. Because there for a while it was just kind of like, oh, like, okay, like what am I gonna do? I don't know. Just it's a different dynamic living with your parents.
Yeah, but at least you're doing something. We're all doing something because we have to keep the pilot light on. You know what I'm saying? Just keep that little warm something. And this is it for me. And so far, so good. Been having a blast. Love seeing comedians, talking shop, and just catching up. And can't wait till I'm calling September. I think September we'll be back on stage somewhere.
I think so. I do. And it's nice because then the one thing I was talking with Khalid messaged me about something, and it's you get used to seeing people like on a Friday night, Saturday night, show, and that not only is your comedy, but it's also a socialization because you're friends with people. You're like, oh my God, how are you? And you miss that too. You miss that aspect of being able, not that you have plans with people, but you have a show and then you get to see a lot of people. Network, but then you're also friends.
Socializing. What's up? What's going on? And you always pop into somebody you haven't seen in a long time. Oh my God, where have you been? And you meet somebody new. Oh my God, when did you start? So all that is gone. And it's like, wow, I think I think we're going to come out better on the other end. I think it's going to be sink or swim. So be ready. I think I'm just saying, I think, I don't know how much stage time there's going to be. I don't think there's going to be the same amount of stage time as before. And there's that rumor that if there's no big shows for the big artists, they're going to come down into our territory and whoa. So I might have to have about a dozen Pudge shows in Queens again to keep, because I don't know how the clubs are going to do.
But
scary.
It's every little, every little bit helps. But now that people have gotten more accustomed to doing this and Zoom shows, like there's some Zoom shows that there's been like 100 people on, and I'm like, oh, that's great. Okay, like it just depends on the time and everything.
Yeah. Just we'll be ready. We'll be ready. Well put, but thank you. Said well put, Pudge. Thank you. And on that note,
that's my coworker, Katie.
Hi, Katie.
You realize you miss these people that you see. Like, I miss like the guy who walks his dog down my block that I might have a small crush on, that also was the doorman at the fancy building around the corner. Like, just like, I'm like, wonder how his quarantine is going. Like, things that I miss in my everyday New York life. I'm like, ugh. So.
I feel like I said, the next 6 months is going to be catching up till the end of the year. Like, you know, in the beginning of the year, it's like you got to say Happy New Year to like for the first 3-4 months. I think for the last, it's just going to be like, oh, how was your corona? You know, how was your corona? How was your COVID?
Coronication. Someone said
how was your coronication? That's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. All right. Hey, listen, I got to wrap this up. I'm on IG, on Instagram. It's got a time limit. So, but thank you so much. It's been a blast.
Thanks.
Love having you. And hey, holler when you're in town. Maybe we can have a 6-foot coffee somewhere in the park or something. We should get like a little group or something and say hey. And yeah, definitely. And I'll give you brunch, a 6-foot brunch, 6 feet brunch. That's what we need. Mm-hmm. And I'll give you a shot when we get the shows going in Queens.
All right, sounds good. Stay safe and stay healthy to your family. I don't know why I'm yelling like this. Like I'm on the street. Bye, Pudge. Bye.
All right, take care. Thanks. Teresa Degaetano. Teresa Degaetano, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvanian. Or what did she say? Not Pittsburgh. Hardsville, whatever. Teresa Degaetano. She's a comedian, New York City based. That's all that matters. She's awesome. She kicks ass. You got to see her on stage. She's amazing. I love booking her. So she's one of those comics. There's a certain number of comics. I'm not going to name names, but maybe, I don't know, maybe 10, 12 that are on my list. That list that you want to get them for every show. No question. She's Pudge passed. For any show I produce, she's Pudge passed. Not too many comics are, but believe me, she's one of them. Hey, guys, thanks for watching Hot Pudge Wednesday, one-on-one. Stay tuned for this Sunday's Hot Pudge Sunday one-on-one. I got another great comedian, Kyle Ocasio, living in Manhattan, representing Puerto Rico, originally from Cleveland, Ohio. What? Yeah, I'm bringing all the heavy hitters this weekend. So, hey, guys, God bless. Stay safe. Remember, if you want to see this video from the beginning or any other videos I have, go to Hot Pudge Sunday, my YouTube channel. Hot Pudge Sunday, my YouTube channel. Hot Pudge Sunday, the YouTube channel. You'll see the IG live. You'll see the Facebook live. You'll see the 6 feet, 6 questions I do with comedians all over New York City, and a couple of Facebook lives with the awesome backdrops from all over New York, and a couple of stand-up videos too. I'm getting there, slowly but surely. Thanks again, guys. Keep following. Stay safe. Be good.